Former timber workers exposed to a preservative chemical now known to have detrimental health effects are a step closer to getting some help. A support service is being looked at for those who worked with a chemical commonly known as PCP. Hannah Ockleford explains.
This picture of Joe Hadawira and his fellow timber workers was taken just after they won a safety award.
But what they didn't tell us was that the chemicals that we were working with wasn't good and safe.
Like many timber workers from the 50s through to the 80s, he worked closely with Pentachlorophenol or PCP.
We actually mixed that stuff by hand.
Decades on, PCP is now recognised as having long-term health effects.
No one could tell us just how sick we could get.
Joe is confident his kidney and liver dysfunction and joint troubles are a consequence of working with PCP.
The pain is pretty horrific,
Along with other workers, Joe Hadawira has been campaigning for over 2 decades to get recognition and support from the government. And now a breakthrough.
We do know that PCP and the contaminants, dioxin contaminants in it, have been implicated potentially with cancer.
Contracted by the Ministry of Health, Matthew Allen has just released a document now out for consultation, which lists options for a health support service for the estimated 10,000 timber workers who may have been affected. The options include regular GP visits, counselling, screening for dioxin exposure and DNA damage, and access to specialist care.
I'm absolutely ecstatic.
There are criteria for eligibility and the risk needs to be kept in perspective.
Because it's certainly not the case that every timber worker has a risk or will become sick.
But there's no doubt many, like Joe Hadawira, have. And now Matthew Allen wants to speak to them, because without feedback, government funding will be hard to secure. Hannah Ockleford, One News.